remember growing up, I could not leave the front stoop.
I was starting to come into an age where I was becoming increasingly difficult and hard to control.
I was very aware at an early age that we were poor.
Coming out of the Depression, we had absolutely nothing.
We were just hanging out, me and my brother, and we were in the living room. A car drove past and had shot up not just our house, but the house next to us.
When my mom made the decision to send me here, I think, you know, in her wisdom, she was thinking this is what I needed to prepare myself for real life.
My mother, she heard about Girard College and decided that I needed to get out of a small town that didn't offer too much in the way of employment or opportunity and get an education, which she knew was the most important thing to have.
My mother sensed that I wasn't getting the appropriate education at the public school.
We didn't have a lot of money, so she couldn't send me to a private or a charter school. One day she found out about Girard College, and it was like a match made in heaven, you know, a school that offered a better education to low-income students coming from single-parented homes. That was my situation completely.
I know the neighborhood I grew up in. I know what became of the guys that I grew up with. And if my mother didn't make the decision to send me here, I would be either dead in jail or in a hospital, in a rehab somewhere.
There's no question it had a tremendous impact on my life. I owe everything to the school.
Many of the people I grew up with are dead. Many of the people I grew up with are in jail. If I had not gone to Girard, I certainly do not see myself being a physician.
I don't think I'd be interested in half the things I'm interested in now if it wasn't for Girard opening that door for me. It made me want to do bigger things.
They set this standard in you that says never settle, never settle, never settle. And that's just what I carry in myself now. Never settle for something or less than your best.
Girard makes you believe that anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it.
It's almost like what it says on the Statue of Liberty, give us your weak, give us your poor, and we come here, we grow here, we learn here, we have a supportive faculty that does their best to make sure that when we walk through those gates in June of our graduating year, we're ready for the outside world.
From the laundry services to the dining services, from the teachers to the students, like there's just a genuine sense of family here that you really don't get, or that I haven't experienced anywhere else. The teachers and all the adults, they really, really care about you. And it's beyond their job. They really want to see you do well.
I feel lucky because a lot of people don't have what I have.
I really love this school with every fiber of my being.
I would be a totally different person. I wouldn't have the scholarship that I would have. And I know a lot of students that I'm graduating with wouldn't be in the schools that they're in, wouldn't have the SAT scores that they have, wouldn't have the jobs that they have, or wouldn't know the people that they know.
There's a life about this place that you really don't find anywhere else.
I feel safe here.
These really are not your average kids.
If Girard was never here, imagine how many lives would be different. And if Girard is still here, imagine how many more lives could be different.
They instill early on that nothing is impossible.
If it weren't for Girard, I don't think I'd be going to college.
They're breeding a new set of leaders.
I think it's very important to invest in the future of children. One of the things that we've realized is that the academic systems that we have in place are failing. And I think we have to come up with approaches that really create an adult who's able to compete in a global society. You have to be able to support programs and institutions that are able to churn out that kind of student and citizen. And Girard is a place that's able to do that.